Are you a South African producer or beat maker trying to figure out where to register all your music? Welcome to this episode where I plan on demystifying just that. So as a music producer, beat maker who makes instrumentals using your music software, i.e. using Fruity Loops, Reason, etc., Ableton, there are certain places that you want to register yourself and your music, and I'll kind of demystify why you want to register there. The very first one obviously is SAMRO. SAMRO, as a music producer, you are entitled to performance royalties because you are a composer in terms of SAMRO language. So you want to register with SAMRO. Secondly, the songs that you want to notify must be the finished songs unless your instrumentals are going as a standalone. So in my case, there are some times where I release a beat tape and that beat tape will be up on streaming platforms. Then I want to register those with SAMRO. But then in some cases, I know some beats will have an artist on top. So then I want to make sure that the artist registers the song and gives me my percentage split of that song. So there are two variations of when to register your songs with SAMRO. Now, if your song is only an instrumental and is not being performed in public, then it's a waste of time to be registering it with SAMRO. But if your song can stand alone and does stand alone, then you want to register your song with SAMRO. This applies with all the other CMOs that I will be mentioning next. The very next place you want to register with is Capasso. The reason is same as SAMRO. If your songs are being on streaming or if they're being used in sync, etc., you want to register yourself with Capasso. So you are a composer as a beat maker, so you want to register with Capasso. The very next one is SAMPRA. You as a producer have taken your composition and started programming your composition, and in modern terms you are actually playing the instruments that are being heard. So you also are a recording artist. So you want to register with SAMPRA as well. In terms of RISA, I've done several videos with regards to RISA as well, but you might want to get your own ISRC codes if you want your beats to be standing alone. Typically, I suggest musicians and artists to have their instrumentals as standalone because there is several other revenue streams that your instrumentals can make if they are able to stand alone. So if your music or your beats are available for streaming, you have to have a way of tracking that, and an ISRC code is the way that is done. So you want to get your ISRC code with RISA. If you want to register with RISA, then I suggest you go to their website and see if it matches what you're trying to achieve. But in a nutshell, you want to register with those four organizations. I also highly suggest that musicians and producers and beat makers get an account on Distrokid and get some of their instrumentals. Some you might want to tag, but you want to put them on iTunes, Spotify, etc., so that there's another way that your beats can make it revenue stream. And then lastly, you want to have a way of getting people in and out of your circle. So you basically want to set up an email list with maybe Aweber or MailChimp, or you want to have WhatsApp groups similar to what I am running to get people in and out and letting them know when you're releasing beats, etc., etc. But the last two are just suggestions. You don't have to do that. But I'm doing this video because I get questions like that. But here is a playlist that I think you might want to watch in order to get more information on each of the specific CMOs.